So another exciting day here at the Ergo Arena. Andrea, this time we've had 3 teams confirmed for the semi-finals, but also 2 teams who have been eliminated.
Right. And the strongest group with Russia, Brazil, USA and Cuba is already decided. Brazil and Cuba will be in the final. The first match of the second day was between Russia and Cuba, and it is always a bad idea play using the force, the strength against Russia. They are too tall, too strong, too good. But Cuban young players have no other choice. They can play, they are able to play only using the skill jumping and hitting. But in that way, against Russia, they will lose for a long time.
How much do you think that game against Brazil on day 1 affected Cuba today?
It's possible. I think that they are young, so they are fit and they don't suffer too much 5 sets. But today they miss the technical skill to play against a very stable team as Russia became in the last period.
Second game today saw a fantastic matchup, world champions versus Olympic champions, but unfortunately it was the end of the road for USA, even though they play tomorrow again obviously, but they won't be able to advance.
Right. Brazil is the top of favorite team. They are not probably the best Brazil in the history. Probably the Brazil of 3 or 4 years ago could be stronger than this Brazil, but this is still the best team in the world. About USA, they have a kind of game and they have to be fit, perfectly fit to play at a high level, because they love and they need long action, long rally, a lot of defense. But that's very difficult. You need to be perfectly fit. And today, USA is not not in that condition. So probably this is one of the reasons that USA have to leave the final 6 before Saturday and Sunday.
Now this matchup is quite interesting. Obviously the 2 teams split their intercontinental round matches, and looking back to the last Olympic Games, USA beat Brazil in the final. What do you think in terms of the positioning now and looking ahead to the next Olympic Games? Is there much we can judge them on at this stage?
Trying a prediction, Brazil is stronger now, and the second team in the world is Russia. But remember that the Olympic years is perfect for USA. Many times they arrive to be in the best condition in the most important years, and that years is the Olympics year.
So that's Pool F wrapped up pretty much, even though with one day of pool play to go. Pool E though is much more interesting. Obviously Argentina's fantastic form continued against Bulgaria.
Right, Argentina, it's amazing. It's amazing because they are young, they are good, but they are stable. And, you know, usually if you are young, you are not stable. But this Argentina and Weber, the Argentinian coach, say, I'm really impressed because my young player improved a lot, especially comparing with the last year performance in the World League. But then they are playing a lot of games in a row with a good performance. So this is very good, and Argentina is a very smart team. Yes. Beruto yesterday told that after the first set they disappeared from the court. And disappear, it's a very bad thing in any volleyball game or in any sports game. This evening we find again the young, strong, enthusiastic Italian player, and they overcome easily the Poland. Poland have to pay for the bad injury of Bartman, so the main player are out, and yesterday they lost another very important player because the attack is really over Kurek and Bartman. So without Bartman for Poland is very, very complicated. The fans, as ever, it's perfect. The gym was full, but 3-0, it's very clear results. So Italy dominate easily this match.